Marquee games in sports, though. I picked one from each of the sports that we have tonight: NBA, NHL, and college hoops. In the NBA, the marquee game is Warriors at the Knicks. A really, really fun game. Both teams playing great basketball. Warriors have been awesome since they made the trade for Jimmy Butler. They've recently won 8 of their last 10. The Knicks, they've been awesome. They're now healthy. Welcome back Mitchell Robinson. They've won 7 of their last 10. Both teams have been awesome, and I can't wait to watch the game. But from an injury perspective, this is what we have to keep in mind all throughout this show and then heading into the game later on this evening. Warriors guard Steph Curry tweaked his ankle in their game earlier this, I believe it was last night, against the Charlotte Hornets. So he is listed as questionable. Steph always balls out in MSG, so I'm assuming he wants to play, but we'll see if he can give it a go. He was seen limping around the locker room, so keep that in mind with this game. The betting market has kind of gone out towards the Knicks with this Curry news and the uncertainty around Steph. But also New York, they have a guy who's questionable in Karl Anthony Towns. This one's due to personal reasons. Hopefully everything's all good for Karl Anthony Towns, but he's listed as questionable. We'll see if he plays later on tonight. But the Knicks right now, 5.5-point favorites, total at 227. If Curry plays, I'm looking to bet some over on his points or over on three-pointers. He always shows out at MSG. He's had a 50-point game at the Garden before. So I like Curry in this spot. And maybe, honestly, if Curry doesn't play, maybe a little fallen hero with the Warriors. If he does play, maybe we bet Curry over on his props, but we bet the Knicks because the Golden State Warriors will get bet if Curry is ruled in. And I think at that point, we get a cheaper price on the Knicks, and maybe we lay something like 3.5 versus having to lay 5.5. So I'm definitely looking to bet this game based on the news that we get later on this afternoon and evening. In the NHL, Devils and the Stars, it's the marquee game tonight on the ice. Dallas has been playing as well as anyone outside of Winnipeg in the Western Conference. You know, the Devils have fallen off a little bit based on how they started the year. They're still the 6th seed in the East, but the big news for the Devils is Jack Hughes, who ran into Jack Eichel over the weekend on the ice against the Vegas Golden Knights. I believe he's going to be out for this game. I saw that he was listed as out on one of the websites. I know the New Jersey Devils haven't officially said that he is out, but he's not expected to play, dealing with an upper body injury. Looked kind of scary. So this could also be a fallen hero spot with the New Jersey Devils on the road against a great Dallas team. They're around plus 135 on the money line. And then in college basketball, number 1 Auburn on the road at number 22 Texas A&M. Tigers, 4.5-point favorites, total 151.5. I have a bet in this game, which I'll reveal later on at 6:40 Eastern during Gambling Night in America. But I just think that at some point, Auburn's going to have to stub their toe a little bit. Oh, no, who knows? Maybe they're like Duke and they're just going to run through everybody until the two teams face in the title game. But I think at some point they will stub their toe. And I think maybe that's tonight. Hint, hint, as to what I might like in the game between the Tigers and the Aggies. What I do like, though, in college basketball, I'll play the over in LSU, Kentucky. I like the under in North Carolina, Virginia Tech. That's under 149.5. I like Georgetown getting 5 against Villanova. I'll take West Virginia getting 3.5 against Utah. And I'll go ahead and play on Nevada getting 1.5 at home against New Mexico. And then give me Nebraska plus 6.5 against Ohio State. I'll go to war with John Calipari in Arkansas, plus 7.5 at Vandy. And then finally, I'll take the 2.5 with UNLV as they host San Diego State. In the NHL, Ryan O'Reilly to score a goal, plus 270. Lucas Raymond, plus 220 of the Detroit Red Wings. And then of the Seattle Kraken, Jared McCann, plus 340 against the Minnesota Wild. All the rest of my bets we'll give out later on Gambling Night in America at 6:40. But I wanted to welcome in our guy, Tyler Morales, our college basketball aficionado, our golf aficionado. We'll talk golf tomorrow. Tyler, what do you like tonight in college hoops? What's your best bet?
So right now, there's something happening in Piscataway. I talked about this last week. The kids are growing up, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. So I have Rutgers is playing a very specific game right now, a high-scoring game that they're keeping close. So I'm going to take 2 bets in the same game, Rutgers plus 11.5 and the over 151.5 against Purdue. Like, Rutgers offensively has been humming. In the last 5 games, they're a top 30 offensive efficiency team, which is insane considering where this team was, and Dylan Harper is playing out of his mind. And in that same time frame, Purdue's top 15. And I use the 5 games because both their seasons have taken wild turns the last 5 games. So I like the over in 151.5, and I think Rutgers is going to keep this close. Big Ten tournament, I think they're going to upset a team early on. So let's go Rutgers.
Hey, as Tyler says, there's something going on in Piscataway.
Something happening.